Now in 4 News Now at 6, new details on a police shooting that left one man dead back in 2022. What investigators say led officers to open fire.
I've been tracking isolated rain showers and even some graupel today, but now skies are clearing for a cold Friday morning in your First Alert forecast.
Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese helped launch the women's basketball boom across the country, but here in Hooptown, USA, girls are walking away from the game. What's being done to get them back on the court? You're watching 4 News Now at 6.
Well, tonight, new information on a deadly police shooting from 2022. A shooting the prosecutor's office ruled was justified use of force. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Spokane police said they went to the home of Robert Bradley to serve 2 warrants. Seconds after arriving, they say Bradley reached for his gun. The body camera footage was released today, and we do want to warn you it might be difficult for some viewers to watch. Jordan Smith joins us in studio now with the new information and the newly released body camera footage from that night. Jordan.
Yeah, well, on your screen here, you're looking at the moment police made contact with Bradley from September 4th of 2022. Police were here to serve Bradley a warrant to surrender all of his firearms and a protection order against his neighbor, who says just days earlier, Bradley had threatened him and his son with a gun. On this night, that neighbor called police and said he saw Bradley walking around with an AR-style weapon.
You got me. Spokane police, let me see both your hands. Let me see both your hands.
It's been 19 months since police fatally shot 41-year-old Robert Bradley. Police firing a total of 9 rounds at Bradley, 7 of which from an AR-15. Police say officers responded to the scene to serve Bradley this paperwork. When they have an order to surrender firearms, police say they go into these situations assuming the subject is armed. Because of the nature of this call, his neighbor reporting that Bradley had an AR-15, police say they were cautious. Corporal Chris Johnson had an AR-15 and 2 detectives behind him had handguns drawn just in case. They found Bradley on the passenger side of his van out back. They then asked to see his hands when they say Bradley reached for a gun.
Robert's movements were consistent with someone taking a slightly crouched shooting stance and presenting and/or aiming a pistol.
Police struck Bradley with gunfire. They say he fell and began crawling towards his gun, which had fallen under his nearby truck, and police fired more rounds. They put him in handcuffs and then immediately began life-saving measures. Medics responded within 2.5 minutes. But Bradley ultimately died. The sheriff's office and WSP led the investigation of this police shooting. They uncovered a surprising piece of evidence. They found that one of the rounds fired by police went directly into the barrel of Bradley's pistol. In other words, proving that Bradley was in fact pointing his weapon at police.
A gun has to be pointed at another gun for that to occur.
And one of the main questions that we've had since this has happened was, why has it taken so long to get this information? And the sheriff's office and SPD both say investigations like this, they take time. They say there's lab testing, reviewing all the body camera footage and analyzing evidence from the scene. In studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Here is our spring weather.
That narration is how we're all feeling. It's been crazy weather today all across the inland Northwest. This video is from a viewer in Newport of some graupel, and yep, that looks about right.
For those of us who've lived in the inland Northwest for a good amount of time, you know, anything is still possible in April, right? You can have all the weather.
Yeah, that looked very much like a typical April day in the inland Northwest. And of course, as quickly as that graupel materialized, the skies have cleared, and it is a beautiful evening in Spokane. Let's take a look at our live view from the station here, and there is a almost cloudless sky looking out to the west-southwest right now. A beautiful evening in progress, but boy, it has been cool, and those clouds that are clearing are going to allow temperatures to really drop tonight. Here's a look at our satellite and radar, and we see these just very isolated areas that we're picking up on the radar, but I looked at every camera around the region and called my weather watchers, and nothing is reaching the ground other than maybe an isolated sprinkle, and these will be coming to an end as we get into the evening. Temperatures tomorrow morning with the clear skies, relatively light winds. They are going to pick up tomorrow morning. We'll be in the 30s, 32 in Spokane, 32 in Coeur d'Alene, 31 in Pullman, and 30 in Sandpoint. A couple spots in the 20s, including Deer Park, Spirit Lake. Otherwise, through the I-90 corridor, we'll be right at freezing. This will be our coolest night for a little while. We'll start to see some warmer overnights in the 7-day forecast. Meanwhile, this evening, expect clear skies, winds generally light out of the northeast, less than 10 miles per hour. We'll already be in the 30s by 11 o'clock. The winds are going to be picking up on Friday, and even though there's some sunshine, it is going to feel cool. I'll be back with that in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Well, the town of Malden will soon be getting a new community center. Malden is still recovering from the Babb Road fire that destroyed more than 85% of the buildings in the area, including 65 homes. The town held its groundbreaking ceremony today. Once it's complete, the mayor hopes it will give the people of Malden a place where they can come together.
It houses our library, our food bank, and it'll bring the folks that are using the Palouse to Cascade Trail a place to warm and shower and to enjoy Malden.
The mayor says this is the last and most important building they need to rebuild.
And we also want to remind victims of the Gray and Oregon Road fires, you have until this Saturday to apply for FEMA assistance. FEMA says anyone wanting to apply should visit the disaster recovery centers in Medical Lake and in Elk. There could soon be a new grocery store within walking distance for people in north central Spokane. A new potential owner wants to add a grocery store in the Emerson Garfield neighborhood.
The city planning department is now considering that proposal at the corner of Howard and Mansfield. That's where Peter Choi is live tonight with the details. Peter?
Yeah, Derek, take a look at this. Since 1982, that building right there has been home for Dental Lab. Now, the owner is retiring and he's selling the building. And people who live in this neighborhood tell me a proposal to add the grocery store right there is a nice surprise.
A quiet neighborhood where Neil Van Voorst has lived for over a year. He says there's one thing missing: a walkable grocery store.
It'll be nice having one closer for sure.
At the corner of Howard and Mansfield Avenue, Miller Dental Laboratories owner Ron Miller is ready to retire after decades. He's now selling the building to Remka Properties. The potential buyer says the community needs a grocery store in walking distance.
I think it's a great spot for it. We could totally use one around here, for sure.
Cookie Robertson says she also uses Safeway. She says the grocery store will be a huge help for people who don't drive.
Oh, I'm just thrilled because I don't know why, but I wasn't expecting it, but it's a nice surprise.
The permit application has been submitted to the city. The agency and the city department are now reviewing a proposal.
I think it's a great spot for it. It'll help the community out, too.
Now that the potential buyer says he doesn't have a set date to open the store just yet, but we'll keep you updated as more information becomes available. Live in Spokane tonight, Peter Choi, 4 Now.
Thank you, Peter. The price of summer camp is on the rise. Coming up, tips to help you save some cash.
Plus, a blood drive at Sunrise Elementary School. Hear from one Spokane mom whose daughter relies on events like these in her fight against cancer.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Save your greed! It's one of the best times of the year to give your home an upgrade with some fresh new looks during the Spring Store-wide Savings Event at Walker's.
Come see the new styles that just arrived. Plus, take advantage of all last year model closeout and clearance items up to 70% off. With 5 years special financing available and no money down.
It's the perfect time to furnish your life for less and add some comfort and style to your home during the Spring Store-wide Savings Event at Walker's.
For 10 years, the 4 News Now Extreme team has been rebuilding and rejuvenating baseball fields. Is yours next? It's that time again. Go to KXOY.com and tell us why your field needs a makeover. Diamonds and Dreams, brought to you by your hometown Chevy dealers and Horizon Credit Union.
My name is Connie, and I have stage 3 breast cancer. I'm an RN and I've been working for several years in the profession, so I decided that I wanted to seek out a second opinion. I think getting a second opinion is vitally important. I went to Summit Cancer. Everybody in the facility treats me like I am the only one they're looking after. I would highly recommend Summit Cancer Centers.
You're feeding it.
I will, I promise. Thanks to our Premier Rewards Visa credit card from ICCU, we earned enough cash back to stock up on puppy supplies.
But we don't have a puppy.
They're very convincing children.
She's the star of Growing Up Chrisley, and tomorrow morning, in an emotional new interview, Savannah Chrisley opens up about her parents, their prison sentences, and taking custody of her younger siblings while her parents are incarcerated.
That's the tough part.
Good Morning America, tomorrow.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. How may I help you today?
I'm having some problem with my air conditioner.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What sort of problem?
Well, it's making a clingity, clangity, clunk sound.
Oh, no worries. We can certainly take care of that for you. Here at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, we speak your language.
Well, this is inside of a blood donation bus outside of Sunrise Elementary School in Spokane Valley today. The school hosted its second blood drive of the school year in honor of 3 of their students who had or currently have cancer.
The one little girl who's still fighting was honored today. Marissa Rios shares some of her story.
She was diagnosed when she was 2.5 with a cancer called Ewing sarcoma in her neck.
Callie fought cancer for a year before she was told she was cancer-free. Then when she was 8,
we heard those words again, like, the cancer is back. And she's 11 and we're still fighting.
Callie's mom says Callie has needed handfuls of blood donations throughout her journey. And that's exactly why the school hosts these blood drives, to show their support. At the front of the bus, photos of the 3 kids that the drive is in honor of sit on top of the dashboard. Callie, Mason, and Jade. Mason and Jade are both cancer-free now, but the teacher who started these drives says Jade's journey gave her the idea.
While she was going through her cancer, they had blood drives in her name. So I went to a few of those, and I thought, you know, why not? We have a great community, like I said, and a lot of people show up.
Callie's mom says a donation is something that means the world to families like hers.
And this is something that anybody can do, most people can do. When she got blood donations afterwards, she'd be feeling a lot better, have more pep in her step again, and just be back to not a healthy kid, but a happier kid.
When Kelly starts to feel better, she says one of her favorite things to do is dance. Inside the donation bus, one woman says her daughter is friends with Jade, and that's why she came to donate. She described the process as quick and easy.
If you're afraid of needles, they made you really comfortable, and I was sitting by a lady that was afraid of needles, and she didn't complain or pass out or cry, and she was done before I was, so it was a super comfortable experience.
For more information on how you can donate blood, you can visit our website at KXLY.com. Reporting in Spokane Valley, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Your Friday forecast, blue skies, sunshine, but that breeze is going to make things feel a little cooler. 32 degrees to start the day with a high of 56. It's still sweatshirt weather. I'll be back with your 7-day outlook after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you going to build?
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene. Have you worked or enjoyed the outdoors in Lincoln County before 2014? You may have been exposed to harmful Libby amphibole asbestos. Get your free asbestos health screening today. Don't wait. Early detection is key. Contact the CARD Clinic at libbyasbestos.org.
Hi, I'm Matt Gray with 4 News Now. For families with teens and young adults, here are some tips that can teach them more about money management.
Talk with your teen about what will happen when they start earning money at a job. Discuss what gross pay versus net pay is, and talk through why some money is taken out and what it goes towards. Work on a budget planner so they can figure out a good balance of what should go into a spending account and what should go towards savings.
There are lots of great ways to teach your kids about money. For more tips, go to becu.org.
Choosing countertops is one of the biggest decisions that you make during a kitchen remodel, and my husband and I thought that we would have to go to Seattle to find what we wanted. A friend recommended that we try Granite Concepts in Lewiston, and the people at Granite Concepts were amazing. They were friendly and straightforward and helped us find exactly the countertops that we wanted.
Granite Concepts. Beauty set in stone.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
Since the 90s, Cattails Wildlife Center has been located on the Newport Highway. But with the need to expand, it could soon move. This Saturday, Cattails is hosting its first gala in 20 years, aimed at raising crucial funds and asking the public for input on a potential location change. A PhD student put together the proposed design, which would move the facility to Colbert. If you're interested, you'll get a say on Saturday.
It would have to be community supported, whether through city bond funding or individual investors that go, I want that for my community. It might be a longer term goal where we have Legacy Giving contributing to that because they want to leave that for next generations to come and have a place to visit and see. On him about a month ago.
Now, tickets for the gala are still on sale. You can buy them online at cattails.org.
The event is being emceed by our very own Chris Crocker, and we've been talking with you, Chris, for a few weeks now about this fundraiser.
Oh, I am so excited for it and excited for the future of Cattails, the rescue work that they do. And I actually got to see the PhD students' plan, and it would be a nice little crown in our shiny, or jewel in our shiny crown here in Spokane. Let's talk about the weather. It has been an interesting day, and we have another frosty night. Here are 4 things to know about your weather, followed by a sunny but breezy Friday, and our temperatures will be right about average, but with that breeze, it is going to feel cooler. Beautiful Saturday on the way. We'll be back up in the mid-60s, but only briefly. We have a system coming through late Saturday that may bring some showers for Sunday. For the most part, right now, I think that the wet weather will be happening overnight Saturday and into Sunday. Here's a look at overnight lows around the region. We are down around freezing throughout the entire area. A few 20s on the map, including Colville and Bonners Ferry. Winds will start to pick up already tomorrow morning. I'm starting off our forecast computer model for wind gusts at 5 a.m. and you'll notice that the winds are coming out of the east rather than the southwest. That is the prevailing wind over the Spokane and Coeur d'Alene area, and that is going to impact Coeur d'Alene more than Spokane. Ritzville, Moses Lake, you'll notice, are some of the spots where we'll be seeing the higher wind gusts, and to a lesser extent down on the Palouse and the LC Valley. Here's Friday at 10 a.m. Winds peaking 31-mile-per-hour gusts in Coeur d'Alene, 34-mile-per-hour gusts in Ritzville, but not quite as windy in Spokane. As we go through Friday, we'll start to see those winds dying down right about sunset. Meanwhile, let's take a look at high temperatures tomorrow. As I mentioned, we're going to be right about average, but with that breeze, may feel cool. 56 in Spokane, 55 degrees in Coeur d'Alene. A few 60s on the map, including 66 degrees in Lewiston. Here's a look at our weather pattern. We'll have high pressure drifting by for Friday and most of Saturday. Then as we get into Saturday night, a cold front comes through, and that's going to bring that chance of showers, drop our temperatures back down to average for Sunday, and pick up the winds again. Here's a closer look on the timing of that precipitation on Saturday. Right about 8, 9 o'clock, we start to see that rain moving in. That will continue through Saturday night, but by Sunday early morning, it looks like we may start drying out with only the chance of a few isolated mountain showers Sunday afternoon. It is going to be a breezy day on Sunday, and then Earth Day Monday, we're going to start another warming trend, taking us up close to 70 degrees. By Wednesday, taking a look at overnight lows. Tomorrow night, just above freezing, and then through the rest of the 7-day forecast will be anywhere from the mid-30s to the mid-40s for overnight lows. Kirsten?
Looking good, Chris. Thank you. The school year is slowly coming to an end, and now families are experiencing the sticker shock over the growing cost of summer camp.
And it's not just about a good time. For working parents, summer camps can also serve as childcare. CNN's Michael Yoshida explains how you can save some cash.
Summer fun turning into a big summer expense for many families.
Summer camp is so expensive for parents, and it seems to get more and more expensive every year.
Kimberly Palmer with NerdWallet says the average cost for day camp is $500 a week. For sleepaway camp, double that at $1,000 a week.
So for parents planning their summer schedule, it just gets expensive really quickly.
Palmer says booking early is a great way to keep the cost down, with discounts of 20% or more often offered during the previous summer, winter, and spring before camp starts. But if you missed out on early bird deals, here are some ways you can still try and save. Call the camps directly, because in some cases where a camp hasn't filled all its slots, they might offer you a last-minute discount. Also, look at newer and lesser-known camps and ask about discounts and incentives they may have as they try and generate interest.
Financial aid is often available as well, and sometimes you do have to ask because it's not publicly advertised.
How you pay can also impact the price.
You pay for in cash or in a check up front. You can pay less than if you spread out your payments over an installment plan. Of course, for some people's budgets, it's still preferable to use an installment plan to pay, but it's worth checking to see.
I'm Michael Yoshida reporting.
Well, get ready to pay more for tuition at public four-year colleges and universities in Idaho, with the State Board of Education approving a 3% increase. Here's a look at what in-state tuition will look like starting this fall. The schools requested the price increase to address increased inflation-related costs. These requests were approved after hearing from the school officials and from elected student leaders who voiced support for the increases. Still ahead, women in healthcare make 20% less than men in the U.S. What one University of Washington researcher says needs to be done to close the pay gap.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's a vintage sale like no other. Custer's 49th annual Spring Antique and Collector Sale this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Dealers from across the Northwest will be selling everything from rare to retro. With thousands of unique items and so much variety, the fun is in the find. Single day admission $8. Tickets on sale now at CusterShows.com. Custer Spring Antique and Collector Sale this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Presented by Jim Custer Enterprises.
Meet Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo. Fargo makes banking faster and easier.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
Lets you pick up the tab, even if you forget your wallet.
I got this.
Fargo, send Kaz $145 with Zelle.
Smooth. Fargo puts important information at your fingertips.
Hey, Fargo, what did I spend on groceries this month?
Hey, Dad, can the guy stay for dinner?
No.
Want to see everything Fargo can do? You can with Wells Fargo.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado, LTZ, and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Residential Home Solutions is excited to announce our Win 24 in 24. You heard that right. Win 24,000 in new windows and entry doors installed by our truly local company. To qualify, you must meet the following: be a homeowner and live in our region. No purchase is necessary to enter, and we provide free estimates to show what you could win. Go to residentialhs.com to enter or call 892-6460. Win 24 in 24 with Residential Home Solutions. Home improvements, custom fit for life.
Considering a new air conditioner? Before you commit, call Bill's Heating and AC. We're elevating efficiency and savings by matching heat pump prices to any local air conditioner quotes and setting a new standard for comfort. Why heat pumps? Similar to ACs, they offer high efficiencies to heat and cool your home for a lower cost. And with the purchase of qualifying equipment, you may be eligible to receive a 25C tax credit of up to $3,200. Don't miss out. Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote now.
4 News Now is brought to you by Washington Trust Bank Shred Day.
Welcome back. A new study from the University of Washington shows there's still a gender pay gap in the healthcare industry.
Globally, women face a 24% gap. In the U.S., it's 22%. KOMO's Kelly Koopmans explains what could be done to narrow that gap.
This study out of UW Medicine focused on people who work in healthcare across multiple occupations and education levels. The key takeaway, the wage gap continues in health jobs, as it does across the rest of the economy, with women still making less than men.
Sometimes up to 60% of the level of wages that men are making. So 60 cents on the dollar in some of those high-level education jobs.
Bianca Frogner says over the last 20 years, the wage gap has narrowed at higher-level education jobs. Think physicians and pharmacists as more and more women enter those types of jobs. But the gap has widened in jobs requiring lower education levels, like home health aide or nursing assistant jobs, as more men have entered those positions. The key to narrowing the gap, having more women in the health workforce and being thoughtful about their wages.
As men are entering these jobs, that perhaps that they are coming in with stronger negotiating skills than women may be having, in part because they may be socialized to ask for more wages when they're entering.
Frogner adds, as men enter those jobs, they're given opportunities for leadership and management that women may be left out of.
Just by having the presence of more women isn't enough. We need to make sure that we're taking action and be thoughtful about wages as people are entering the workforce.
Kelly Koopmans, KOMO News.
Well, right now, close to 500 Providence healthcare workers are set to strike on Monday in hopes of receiving a contract with better pay and benefits. The union representing the employees says Providence responded with unattractive offers, including reduced health and dental benefits. One bargaining team member also says Providence engaged in unfair and illegal negotiations. Providence's CEO says this is simply not true.
Well, the owners of a dog that was attacked in Kendall Yards are now asking for help with their veterinarian bills. This is Coco, a 1-year-old German Shepherd who recently broke her leg trying to protect her owner. According to the Spokane Police Department, Coco and her 17-year-old owner were out for a walk when 2 other dogs ran out of a house and attacked them. And that's when the girl's father came out with a handgun and shot one of the attacking dogs. That dog was euthanized at an emergency vet clinic. This happened Tuesday night near West College Avenue. Coco's family has created a GoFundMe to cover the vet bills. No criminal charges have been made. Well, coming up on 4 News Now at 6:30, brand new stories, including a look at girls' sports.
Women's sports are raking in the views, but at the same time, there are fewer young girls playing those same sports. We're taking a closer look after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Kylie and I know there's a lot of great choices for new and pre-owned cars in North Idaho.
And we want Parker Subaru to be your first choice. Not only do we have a great selection of Subarus, we have an award-winning service center, now open 7 days a week.
because we are committed to keeping you satisfied long after the purchase.
Visit us online at parkersubaru.com or stop by and visit us at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
For over 30 years, we've been keeping you warm.
Or cool, but now we are taking you to the next level of innovation.
Fireplaces, sleek modern design, or traditional electric, efficient and trendy.
Lighting, permanent, decorative, year-long lighting, providing security as well as beauty.
These are just some of the ideas we are bringing to you for the next level at Holiday Heating, Cooling, and Electric. We call it Holiday Innovation. Call us today.
This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6000 Window and Door Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now when you purchase a 6000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate up to $10 per square foot. Plus give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
An average person will spend about 1/3 of their life at work. So instead of just finding a job, find a career you love. That's what we do. Lewis Clark State College's School of Career and Technical Education can help you reach your full potential in a career you're passionate about. Whether you're building websites in our web design program or rebuilding cars in collision repair, your career is waiting at LC State. Scholarships are available. Apply now.
Backyard disaster. Next in Sun Edition. One moment, these two dads were hanging out in the backyard. Then this happened. How they dodged death.
Dad, what was that? Holy moly!
Then, advice for the bride-to-be on her way to her bachelorette party.
You can write that on the napkin so that I can pass that out to her.
Straight from her fellow passengers. Next in Sun Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
How will she go for history?
Caitlin Clark, a household name who has helped amplify the popularity of women's basketball. And attention on women's basketball is at an all-time high, with the women's NCAA championship game drawing in more viewers than the men's this year.
But at a time when women athletes are shining, fewer young girls are actually playing the sport. Our Marissa Rios spoke with young basketball players and coaches here in Spokane to find out why.
That's right, Derek and Kirsten. This was shocking to me when you think about all the excitement that comes with the Caitlin Clarks and Angel Reeses of the world. It's hard to believe that young girls wouldn't want to play. But if you take a look here, you can see that during the 2017-2018 school year, there were over 412,000 high school girls participating in basketball. Then as we look ahead to the 2022-2023 school year, that number drops to just over 373,000. That's about a 9.5% drop. I spoke to players and coaches in Spokane to find out why this might be. This year, people crowded around to witness the superstar that is Caitlin Clark. Nearly 19 million people watched as South Carolina competed for its 3rd national title.
Angel Reese.
And the WNBA draft broke records just this week, drawing in over 2 million viewers. But across the country, girls basketball has seen a nearly 10% drop in participation. So why is this rise in popularity not translating to the younger generation wanting to play?
I think that sometimes it can get too competitive for people, or they think, oh, just because I'm not going to make varsity, I shouldn't play, because then it's like, what's the point? But I think it can be fun at all levels.
Here at Spokane Legacy, a local team's travel practice, a gym is filled with girls driving to the basket, shooting, and fighting for the ball. But when they go to tournaments, they sometimes have to play the same team multiple times because there's just not enough girls that are wanting to play.
It's like pulling teeth to try to get the kids to play.
In a city that boasts the name Hooptown, USA, how could this be? Riley Lupfer also played for Legacy as a young girl. She's seen the decline firsthand.
With athletics now, it's kind of like year-round. So like volleyball is year-round. We see basketball being year-round. So I feel like that could have something to do with it because you're doing one sport 5 days a week. It's hard to be a double athlete.
And some girls say there's one particular sport their friends are playing instead.
I would say volleyball is definitely the biggest competition for basketball, but it's definitely a mental game. It's hard mentally, but you gotta own it.
And the National Federation of State High School Associations participation summary reveals that as well. Unlike basketball, girls' high school volleyball has been steadily increasing in participation over the last several years, seeing more than a 20,000 player increase during the 2022-2023 school year compared to the 2017-2018 school year.
In the past, we've had 5 teams, which is quite a bit for a high school our size, especially when some schools are having trouble fielding 2 teams. But we're down to 3 or 4 teams this year.
And his players who also play club ball are directly affected.
You know, you want to play in the tournaments. That's the whole part of it, to play in the games. And then when there's no tournaments available or teams to even compete against, it makes it really hard.
Even Hoop Fest has felt a decline in girls wanting to play, so it had to get innovative.
We just started kind of a new basketball league in town called the Hooptown Youth League that saw participation for girls in basketball kind of skyrocket.
The Youth League is a program in the fall where kids can join to play for fun or play to compete. As the girls get older, other organizations have taken a different approach to try to get more girls to play.
When I was growing up, we didn't have all the highlights on Instagram. We didn't have all these crazy fancy things. And so like what we're trying to do is we're trying to go to that target audience and just like have the Instagram hype.
And with those highlights and fans, could rising stars like Caitlin Clark get the girls back on the court?
I think that those role models will help younger girls want to play basketball more and see how fun it is and how, like, just looking up to those girls.
And they're going to need those girls. You know, I was also told in sometimes these AAU tournaments, there's not enough girls teams to even play, that these tournaments just get canceled.
Right, and AAU, Spokane AAU, didn't have 7th and 8th grade girls basketball leagues this year because there weren't enough teams. But I will be really interested in the coming years to see if those numbers do increase. I think they will.
I honestly got emotional watching your story because I was never encouraged to play basketball because I wasn't tall. You know, and now there are all these girls. Even my daughter watched, you know, when we have all of our Hoop Fest coverage, she was excited to play,
sure.
You know, as a 3-year-old, there when they can get on those little courts. It's a really wonderful time for women's basketball.
I know, it was shocking to see that girls aren't playing right now. I played club ball growing up, and I never could not play in a tournament because there weren't enough girls.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Marissa, great job on the story.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to send it over to Chris now with a look at the forecast.
Well, that view has been getting better and better this evening. It is almost completely blue skies as we are looking to the south and east there from our station. Here is the view to the west. And it is clear skies after a day of some pretty iffy clouds, some sprinkles in Spokane, but we had some heavier showers and even some graupel elsewhere around the region. The view in Sandpoint right now is looking good. A little bit overcast. Those clouds will not be there for long, however, and as they clear, our temperature will drop. Here's a look at our temperatures currently. It is a chilly day across the inland northwest. We're only in the 40s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. It's 41 degrees right now in Sandpoint and 40 in St. Mary's, 34 degrees at Lookout Pass, and it is snowing at Lookout Pass right now. I will talk more about that in my ski report in just a few minutes. Friday's lows will be down in the 20s and 30s around the region, even down in Lewiston in the 30s. It'll be 32 in both Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. A breezy day, especially in the morning. Wind gusts in the 30 to 35 mile per hour range. Those winds will gradually die down as we get into Friday evening, but it's going to make that 56 feel even more crisp. No clouds tomorrow. In fact, sunshine start to finish. 56, by the way, is just about average. We're warming up for Saturday. I'll tell you about that and where you can still ski this weekend. We're running out of days to do that. That's coming up in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, take a look at this dash cam footage of a person crashing into a Kootenai County Sheriff's Office patrol vehicle. The deputy tried to avoid that car, but It then caused him to crash into that pole. No one involved in the crash was seriously injured, thankfully. Idaho State Police determined the other driver was at fault. They were cited for failing to yield and driving with obstructed windows due to frost on the car. All right, personal documents can be a gold mine for identity thieves.
Washington Trust Bank is helping you secure your private information with its annual Community Shred Day. This Friday, you can pick up a seal and shred bag in the drive-thru of a Washington Trust location near you. You fill the bag, drop it off, and DeVries Business Services gets rid of it.
Shred Day is a service we provide to the whole community, whether you're a customer of WTB or not. And that's important so that we can make sure that everybody in our community is safe and they protect their personal information.
Protecting your identity takes just a few simple steps. You can start this Friday by picking up that seal and shred bag at any of the Washington Trust locations on your screen: Indiana, Lincoln Heights, Northgate, Post Falls, Sullivan, and Valley Financial. These locations are open from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Well, the Washington GOP convention is currently underway at the Spokane Convention Center. One of the biggest things that could come out of this event is who the party will choose to support in this year's governor's race. There are 10 Republican candidates hoping to replace Governor Jay Inslee, who announced he is not seeking re-election. The event is being sponsored by Eastern Washington Representative Kathy McMorris Rogers. The event runs through Saturday, and it is $50 to attend.
Well, some studies show that Denmark is one of the happiest countries in the world. One Inland Northwest company hopes to bring that same joy right here. Located on Moulter Road in Liberty Lake, Mode is a new co-working space where you can get work done while building meaningful connections. Bronte Sorotsky tells us how it all works.
Well, if you're looking for a quiet place to get your work done while also being able to make meaningful connections, Mode is the place for you. It all started with a school.
Upstairs, a private school that focuses on pretty much, I built the school that I wish I would have had.
Then came the rest.
And then to build a village around the school is kind of where the rest of this came from.
Using his Scandinavian roots, Luke Kerr is trying to bring the joy and fulfillment that makes Denmark one of the happiest countries here to the Inland Northwest. He calls it Mode.
They have a culture of community where people collaborate, they work together with each other.
That connection is why he wanted Mode to become a one-stop shop for everyone's needs. It's a place to get work done, exercise, eat, check up on your health, and even send your kids to school.
A family can truly connect. A mom can come, and while the girl's at ballet, she can go to yoga all at the same time.
Luke says many people nowadays are missing that crucial human interaction, and he wants to bring it back.
So a human can just really thrive and not have so much complexity that takes away from their time for themselves and for their family.
Well, if you're interested in learning more about this new workspace, you can head over to our website, KXLY.com. Reporting in Liberty Lake, Bronte Sorotsky, 4 News Now.
Well, have you ever wished you could relive your prom night? This weekend, you can do exactly that and help raise money for food assistance.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Now, with so much on the line, more Americans are turning to David Muir and ABC's World News Tonight than any other newscast across all of television.
Considering selling your RV? R&R wants it. Tired of paying storage fees? R&R needs it. Just don't use it anymore? R&R will buy it. Due to a critical shortage of pre-owned RVs, R&R RV is currently paying our absolute top dollar for your used RV. Any year, any make, any model. Turn your RV into cash or flip it for a newer model. So if you no longer use it or want it, let R&R RV buy it. Visit the R&R RV Superstore in North Spokane or call Ryan at 509-244-5888.
It's the place where memories are created, where families gather to pass on traditions, or young couples celebrate their new home. At Northwest Granite, we understand the kitchen is the most important room where these moments happen, which is why our designers spend quality time in helping you find the perfect cabinets and countertops at a great price to create life moments just like this. Northwest Granite.
How does free college or training sound? It's possible. Washington College Grant gives eligible people money for certificate programs, job training, apprenticeships, or college. Learn more at wagrant.org. That's wagrant.org.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time.
thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
Welcome back. One of the most scenic roads in the inland Northwest will reopen tomorrow morning. The Washington Department of Transportation says the North Cascades Highway will open at 10 a.m. Drivers are asked to be prepared for potential snow and ice on the passes. The DOT also wants to remind you there are limited pit stops on the highway and there is no cell service through the passes. I've always wanted to check out that Lake Diablo up there. I've been watching my whole life and never done it. But like, you see pictures and it is unreal.
Just those little shots that we saw were really, you know, something to behold there.
For sure.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. And Chris, it is, you know, anything's possible this time of year. You've got snow behind you, too.
Yes, and this image was taken just a very short time ago. This is the view from the summit at 49 degrees north. This is my last ski report of the season. We're going to put the ski report to bed, but they are going to be open this weekend, but then they're done. This is the view from Lookout Pass just a short time ago where it is snowing currently. Also, here we are at the summit, and they are open tomorrow as well as Saturday and Sunday. In fact, here's a look at the ski report. Schweitzer closed for the season for skiing last weekend. Obviously, have lots of fun things going on through the summer. Lookout Pass open through Saturday or through Sunday, and then they are closing for the season. And they say this cold weather that we've had, or cooler weather, I should say, that we've had this week has really helped preserve the snow. They still have 67 inches of snow at the summit. Silver Mountain is just open Saturday, and then they are done for the season. No more skiing at Silver after Saturday. Mount Spokane's been closed for a couple of weeks now. You can still hike up Mount Spokane. It's a state park, or skin up or snowshoe up and ski down. That's a fun thing to do in the spring. 49 degrees north is open this weekend. 70 inches of snow at the summit. And they say stay tuned. Check the website just to make sure they're going to be open this weekend, and haven't given an official final day. Here's a look at our weather pattern as we go into the weekend. We are dry tomorrow, blue skies and sunshine, but then there's a front that is due in Saturday night. Here's Saturday at 9 o'clock. Right now, it looks like the timing with this front is we're going to get some light precipitation, some light rain late Saturday night, and then should be dried out by the time we wake up Sunday morning. Now, behind the front, there could be enough instability to support a few mountain showers and breezy conditions as we get into Sunday as well. But in the meantime, we have a beautiful Saturday in the forecast. Here's a look at your planning forecast. For Friday, sunny and 56, breezy with wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. Saturday, 64 and sunny. That will be the warmest and calmest day of the weekend. We have that system coming in Saturday and into Sunday. I do have a 30% chance of showers on Sunday. However, most of that will happen in the pre-dawn hours. A breezy day. Earth Day is on Monday, although a lot of the celebrating will go on over the weekend. Lots of fun things on Saturday to celebrate Earth Day, a high of 61, and that kicks off a warming trend that takes us up to 68 degrees on Wednesday. That's as close as we're going to get to 70 for a while. Even looking out in the 8 to 14 day forecast, looks like we're going to have some just seasonable temperatures, 50s, 60s, and occasional showers. Just just like you would expect in April. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Well, the Washington State Cougars are getting ready to enter their final weeks of spring practice.
And for kicker Dean Janikowski, this will mark the beginning of the end of his career in Pullman. But his motivation goes far beyond the football field. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti sits down with the All Pac-12 kicker to talk about how he wants to keep his mother's legacy going strong.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Catch all the action at Caesar Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino, the area's largest sportsbook. Bet your favorite games live as they happen with in-play betting, or place bets ahead of time with the Bet Ahead feature. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
Are you tossing and turning all night on your old mattress? Not getting the proper sleep you deserve? Well, this week, during the Walker Spring Sales event, you can discover a better, deeper, longer night's rest, constructed with the newest technology. Plus, you can take advantage of 5 years special financing. And with select premium sets sold, you can also receive up to $300 of additional free furniture, making it the perfect time to improve your sleep for less at Walker's.
With local utility rebates and massive tax credits available, it's now possible to upgrade to a heat pump for less than a traditional air conditioner. Heat pumps are far more efficient than air conditioners when it comes to heating and cooling your home. Get year-round comfort with higher efficiency, all while lowering your monthly utility bills. So don't be fooled into buying outdated air conditioning technology. Upgrade to a heat pump, the smart choice for smart homeowners. Call Bill's Heating and AC today for your free estimate.
It's the once-a-year spring tune-up event this week at the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm offering great deals on over 300 of the best rigs in the region.
And this weekend, when you purchase a vehicle from Cal, you can get up to $600 in free upgrades, like light bars, custom grills, or tires and rims to customize your ride, making it the perfect time to visit Cal.
Like the deals and love your wheels.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Catch all the action at Caesar Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino, the area's largest sportsbook. Bet your favorite games live as they happen with in-play betting, or place bets ahead of time with the Bet Ahead feature. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
All right, welcome back. We are following breaking news out of North Spokane. There is a heavy police presence just outside of Shadle Park High School, and we're going to give you a live look here at the scene.
Let's go ahead and take that live look. This is a developing crime scene that's happening on Longfellow. Police say the perimeter is expanding at this hour. Track athletes are nearby and are being questioned by police, and they are also being asked to leave their cars in the area. We do have a crew there that is observing what's been going on. They haven't really been able to get too much information from police, but at least we know some of those athletes have been questioned. Right now, Longfellow is blocked off to Ash Street.
And as Kirsten was just saying, we do have a crew on the scene, and we will update you as we learn more.
Well, more than 2 years ago, Washington State kicker Dean Janikowski lost his mother to breast cancer. And since then, he has helped raise tens of thousands of dollars to helping those affected by this terrible disease.
Now, as Dean gets ready to enter his final season in Pullman, he wants to continue that work on and off the field. Alex Crescenti sat down with him earlier today for this in-depth conversation.
I think it's been about a year and a half since we last talked to you. In that time, how has your life changed? How has More Than a Kick, the Heather Janikowski Foundation, how has that all changed?
It's been really cool. We've met about 5 different people that we were able to help. We donated a lot of money to them, so being able to learn their story, meet them has been super cool. Being busy, especially in the off season and stuff like that, having the time to meet and help out and kind of game plan what we want to do, especially meeting for these Kicking Cancer event that's coming up and all that. It's been super busy.
You've been able to raise more money in the state of Washington. than from the state of California where you are originally from.
Oh yeah, and just in Pullman too. So not even, because California, we're a pretty broad range, kind of SoCal area, but just in this small town Pullman's been way more money.
So what's that mean to you to see you're not originally from this state, but people pouring in the support for you over the last few years?
I think it just shows too, like when I made that first choice was just like, they had open hands for me, or open arms, so like they were always welcome to me. So like when that happened, I just knew. And it's been so awesome to meet all these people, all these farmers and different people, especially the ones that need it, and be able to help their story out, and just seeing how small this world really is, because there's been a lot of people interconnected. I just met last week some person that used to work in California and used to be, I believe he was a mechanic, so he used to work on my mom's car, like whenever there was issues at Chevy, and now he lives up here, and he's like, oh yeah, Heather was great, I remember her, I can't wait to go to your event. And I'm like, wow, that's so amazing.
Now you're coming to your 6th year. You have to feel like the old guy now, right?
Yeah, me and KT are the grandpas. We're in our master's program. We're just, you can tell for sure when you're getting older, like now I can kind of understand, like I can't kick a football as many times as I used to be able to. I'm starting to feel it a little bit more. It's funny. So yeah, we get the grandpa jokes all the time.
With more than a kick, you're going to continue that into this final year.
Yep.
I assume, that's some extra motivation for, your last year of college football. What are your goals going into 2024?
Just keep raising more money, and as well as keep doing well, because if I keep playing well, then I'll be able to go to the NFL, and then I'll be able to do more than a kick in the NFL, so hopefully raise even more money. So the better I play, the more money we can raise, and that's kind of my goal, and just keep having fun with it. It's been so fun being able to help these people out, hear these stories, and just kicking well is always fun too.
Now, Dean will host his 2nd annual Kicking Cancer event tomorrow night at Zeppo's in Pullman, which will feature a bowling tournament and auctions, with the proceeds going towards the Heather Janikowski Foundation.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Dan the Piano Man is now Dan the Moving Man, and he would like to thank you for helping with the transition. He now specializes in relocating your most prized possessions from point A to point B with care and efficiency. He's earned the reputation of trust by helping generations of homeowners move their belongings and helping seniors to downsize. He also offers climate-controlled storage, short or long-term, for your possessions. Need your piano moved? Dan can expertly relocate it and provide tuning and repair. Call or click today for a free estimate on your moving job. Dan the Moving Man, serving Eastern Washington and North Idaho.
Huh, never a doubt.
See our great selection of Tundras with backup assist technology and other advanced features at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
Hello, I'm Mark Peterson. It's that time of year again when Washington Trust Bank helps you dispose of your sensitive documents and protect your identity with 4 easy steps. First, drive to one of their 6 participating drive-through locations. Second, fill your seal and shred bag with the documents that you want to destroy. Third, secure the seal and shred bag. Then drop off your bag at Debris, where they will destroy your documents in their secure space. Shred Day is Friday, April 19th. Pick up your shred and seal bag at one of their 6 locations while supplies last.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
We can certainly take care of that for you. When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further.
Call your friends at Mainstream Electric Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing and spend your time doing more important things.
It's the Spring Tune-Up event at Cal Cars in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene, where we are giving away $600 of free upgrades with every vehicle sold, like custom grills, light bars, and wheels. So you can customize your ride this week in Cal.
Next ET, everything's to come. Our Rihanna exclusive in London. Plus,
we're with Blake Shelton here at Old Red Las Vegas.
it's an ET exclusive. Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
What does this moment mean to you?
I wanted to pursue my own legacy. Doctors told me I'm never going to play football again, but here I am.
Welcome to the NFL Draft.
Live starting Thursday, April 25th on ABC.
All right, giving you another update now on that breaking news out of North Spokane, where there's a heavy police presence just outside of Shadle Park High School. We're going to give you another live look at the crime scene here off of Longfellow. Police say the perimeter there is expanding. Track athletes from Shadle are nearby and being questioned by police. They are also being asked to leave their cars in that area.
And right now, as Derek mentioned, Longfellow is blocked off to Ash Street. We do have a crew there. We'll have updates on 4 News Now Nightside starting at 11 o'clock.